Oh my goodness, Gail, look at this. I can't believe it. That's a lot of semen, Gail. Yeah, this Jesuit had a lot of semen.
I wanted to give you all an update on some of Lizzo's activities. You just watched a video. Terrence says that his favorite park's trees were full of semen. So this was from Terrence Jenkins. When he went out for his walk, he noticed semen on the trees on his walk. These are from Lizzo Jesuits. I asked Zach what's going on with that earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Zach said that Lizzo farted while eating there, and the reverberations of her fart frequencies and amplitudes reached the harmonic resonances of the fault lines and triggered that massive earthquake, actually several of them, that hit Turkey and Syria. And she did this on purpose. And I asked Zach, what does she have against Turkey? Zach said that turkey is usually more healthy to eat than fried chicken, which is a food that fat blacks love. And she was making a statement and used an innocent country, the country of Turkey, to make a vain example of it. I guess because it had the name Turkey. And I said, is it true what I've heard brain to brain, that she's been attacking some of my bus drivers? I take the bus everywhere because I don't have a car. I said, some of them have acted really stressed. And Zach said, yes, she has. They were raped. And I said, oh my God, the brain to brain I got about this was accurate. Which ones? He said, all the ones you noticed were stressed. So let me give you an example of what happened. The other day I was riding one of my buses and I told the driver, he was joking with one of my fellow passengers, and it was really funny, and I was laughing, and we were all laughing, listening to him joke, and I had pulled the lever to tell him to stop a little bit early, so I was afraid he might get distracted and forgot about it. So I said, don't forget my bus stop now while you're joking with one of the passengers, and I laughed at his jokes. And so I pulled the stop right after the last stop where he stopped, and he had to wait at a light first, and he might have gotten distracted. But even after I reminded him, he went right past the stop, and I said, hey, that was my stop. And then he said no one pulled the lever to stop, and I had. It was lit up at the front of the bus. So I thought that was kind of strange, because it was lit up at the front of the bus that the stop had been pulled, but I think brain control was used on him to cause him to not notice that I pulled the lever. And then there was a black in the back of the bus, and he stood up, and he said, hey, the lever was pulled. Why didn't you stop? This is crap, man. And then the bus driver said, don't give me your mouth. The black guy then mumbled and complained, and then he stopped around the corner and let us both off at a place that wasn't a bus stop, and I got off with the black guy. The black guy was to the right of me, and as we walked ahead after getting off the stop, he was mumbling and grumbling, and I felt sorry for the bus driver because I had had a conversation with him previously, and he seemed like a nice guy. We were both talking about how I liked Trader Joe's and how their prices were not as expensive as I expected, because he takes the route out to Trader Joe's. And so I told the black guy, I said, oh, he was probably just a brain control victim. So, I said, I was telling him I don't think he did it on purpose. And then the black guy huffed off and walked ahead of me, and we parted as I headed home. I heard brain to brain as I was walking home that day that David, that's the name of the bus driver, he was set up, and they wanted to harm him and implicate me in the plot because it was my stop that was missed, and they set the whole thing up. And I was being recorded as I stuck up for David. Let's say I had agreed with the black guy and said, oh man, that's really cruddy, he shouldn't have done that. I'm hearing brain to brain that when I stood up for David, I prevented him being murdered. Apparently, I was being recorded, and it was going to be used against me to make me appear like a Lizzo Jesuit, or to make me seem petty, and that I would murder someone over a missed bus stop. But even though he wasn't murdered, they did rape him. So I'm not sure when it happened, whether it was right after this incident or before, because I asked Zach and he didn't tell me. My attitude was that if I missed my stop, the next one would work just fine. So I'm used to walking, so it didn't work. And perhaps I saved his life I didn't save him from being raped though. So it didn't work, and I had a great attitude about my stop being missed. It was a minor inconvenience. Actually, it wasn't an inconvenience at all. I told Zach I really don't think he did it on purpose. The stop is not one that most people get off at, and Zach said, yeah, David was innocent, and that was the name of the bus driver, and he was a rape victim. This bus driver was raped by Lizzo and some of the black men. Our scientists analyzed the semen in his anus, and it's the same as in the trees. So I just wanted to warn everyone that some people are being raped by Lizzo Jesuits. And I'm showing you more evidence of tree semen. Actually, I think I noticed some semen in some of the trees. I don't really get close to the trees, but I think I did notice some semen in some of the trees. And yeah, they tried to frame me with the black guy to make me look like I would want him murdered just because he missed my bus. He forgot to let me off at the bus stop, but it didn't work because I'm just not that petty of a person, you know. I'm willing to walk a little extra if I have to. Plus, he seemed like a nice guy. So, I felt sorry for him because I felt like he was set up and I was right. Just be aware that people are being raped, and we are working on it. And I suggest you listen to Gabriel Chana Fox News for the latest. I do believe they're going to set things up where they may give you an instrument that you can use to report if you're being raped, or they might, I don't know. Just listen to Gabriel Chana Fox News 00 on cable or at my website, gabrielchana.blog, and they will give you information on how to protect yourself from Lizzo Jesuits who might want to rape you. So, I just wanted to make you aware, though, that she is targeting the bus driver simply because I've been using the bus to go out and explore new places because it helps keep my Gail shield strong and prevents me from giving into unhealthy obsessions. Because Buddha said that if I went out and explored new places, it would help me to get over my unhealthy obsessions, which Lizzo was using to cause me to get obsessed over stuff that was to her advantage. So, okay, I just wanted to let you know about this stuff and Lizzo's latest activities. And make sure you tune in to Gabriel Chana Fox News 00 on cable or at my website, gabrielchana.blog, for the latest on how to deal with Lizzo.